Hey everyone, I am Molly Jacques, and this is the Freelance Diaries. Okay, so today I want to start this video series by talking a little bit about myself. I know that can be pretty boring, but I feel like if you're on my channel, you're probably interested in how I got started freelancing, and just a little bit about my story. Some of you probably have been following along with my story since the very beginning, and you might be familiar with all of those Freelance Diaries blog posts that I've done in the past. So now it's a little bit different because I'm older, and I feel like now that I know some more things about freelancing, I'm realizing some of those posts that I did in the past were like, I don't know, I felt like I knew everything. But now that I know a lot more, I feel like I know a lot less, if that makes sense. Which I think it does, because I think most people when they get older, they feel that way. So today I just want to share a little bit about myself. I'm Molly Jacques. I've been freelancing as an artist for 7 years now, since 2010. Okay, so it all started back at CCS. I went to College for Creative Studies. I got my major in illustration. Shout out to all my CCS friends. I actually am holding one of my mugs. It's from Jillian Polford. I think she goes by Jillian Evelyn now. She's an awesome artist. So shout out to all my CCS friends. So I went there. I graduated in 2010. I met my wonderful husband, Cody Erickson. He's also an artist. And we also own a climbing company. That's a totally another side note. But he owns a climbing company and he's a painter. So I graduated in 2010 and I got married to Cody. We moved across the country, we moved out to California, and that's kind of where I got my start freelancing. In about 2010, I started working for a company called Sugar Paper, and a lot of you are probably familiar with that. If you are into like lettering and calligraphy, they're like one of the best stationery companies in the world. I love them. So that's where I got my start. They kind of like believed in me, which was sweet, and they wanted to put some of my lettering on products. They found my portfolio. They didn't find it. I showed it to them, and I was like, hey, can I do some freelance work for you? And so I started doing some part-time stuff for them. And then as I continued to do that, I started taking little gigs on the side, and really my focus was on illustration. So the lettering thing just fell into place because that's what Sugar Paper wanted. And I feel like my start was a lot of hard work, and I was super passionate about calligraphy and lettering at the time. So it was a lot of hard work, but more than any hard work or passion for lettering, it was a lot of luck. Kind of like right place, right time, right upbringing, right profession to choose at the time. So like lettering and calligraphy was getting really popular and making a comeback in 2010. So that's kind of where things started. And I decided I really liked it. And since it was catching on, people were like, hey, how do you do that? So I moved back to Michigan with my husband, not because California isn't great. It's just because I'm totally a Midwestern girl. If any of you are from Michigan or from the Midwest, you probably are similar. So I miss my family. I wanted to move back. And so we moved back, and I really didn't have any work, and it was kind of at the height of the recession at the time. So I was thrown into the idea of freelancing. And so I just started picking up little jobs. We had no money. I wasn't working a ton, but calligraphy was really up and coming. And I saw that there was a place for it, and people really wanted to learn this cool new thing that actually was an old thing. So I started teaching workshops, getting the word out there. That's when I started on Instagram. And that's when I really started to get more freelance work, is when I started teaching workshops and putting myself out there on social media. And things kind of just like kept moving from there, and I was able to start getting work, which hopefully I can share more details on that here on the Freelance Diaries with you folks on how to get work. But that was pretty much my beginnings. And like I said, a lot of passion, a ton of hard work. But more than any of that, a lot of it was luck and right place, right time, knowing the right people. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So with this series, what I want to do, I want to keep it pretty casual. In the past, like I said, I was kind of like, this is the way that you should do things. And now I'm realizing there's not really a right or wrong way to do things. It's kind of like everybody's different, and whatever works for you works. But I would like to share more about my process as a freelancer, some of my experiences, and I would love to get some comments from you folks and see, you know, what you think, like what you're struggling with, what you're just curious about. Maybe I do things differently than you and you just want to know why. So if you like this video, if you like this idea for the series, please, please, please leave a comment below. First of all, like and subscribe, because that's kind of like what shows me that you're interested in what I'm putting out there. So please like and subscribe my channel. Leave a comment. Let me know what you want to learn. And if not, if you're just interested in my tutorial videos, go ahead, go check out that playlist. I have a playlist specifically for tutorials, sorry. I have a playlist specifically for that. So go check it out. You don't have to watch these, but if you're interested, leave me a comment. Let me know what you're interested in. And if you have a similar story to me, maybe you were kind of like thrown into freelancing because of the recession or just because you didn't have a job or whatever, I really want to hear it. I would love to hear your story. So if you could leave it in the comments below, let me know. And that would be rad. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. See you later.